Alright, so here's the main menu. The first choice is for the MMO portion, the second part is the FPS arena, and then the third one, Arena Commander, is for the spaceship type arena. This is character generation. You pick one base face, which is a real person who is scanned into the system, and then you blend between that person and other people who have been scanned into the system to make this composite face. And they do that so that they make sure all like the hats and glasses fit, because they have measurements for all these people, and you can't make some like super weird looking person because they're all based on some blending of real people. Right here I'm kind of messing with individual parts like the cheeks, taking more from one person and less from the other, and I believe you can add multiple heads. In terms of spaceports, these are the built out areas that they have so far. There's 3 built out landing zones. We're going to go to the newest one, which is New Babbage. It's more high tech and futuristic. This is your hab. You're going to rent these out when the MMO starts for a certain amount of money to make it these your kind of base of operations in a certain area. Right now I'm just adding some light armor. I happen to have this armor in my inventory. And then also I'll add on an SMG. There we go, looking good. All right. Alright, this is the planet in kind of the early morning time. The sun isn't quite up yet. This is kind of out into the wilderness, and this is into the main city. And then I'll cut to a shot at night here pretty quick, so you can kind of see the difference in how it looks as it goes throughout the day cycles. And the day cycles are based upon the planet's rotation and where it is in relation to the star that it orbits. Okay, here's the nighttime coming up. There we go. And so you can see it looks quite a bit different. All right, a lot of elevators in Star Citizen. I actually need to go to the lobby there. Oopsie daisy. Alright, so this is just one of the other floors. Alright, so main lobby area. And we'll exit out looking for the metro. The metro can either take you to the spaceport or to the kind of the shopping area. The shopping area isn't quite fully fleshed out right now. Right now they have like a couple of nightclubs and that sort of thing, but not anywhere you can buy armor or weapons. The commons is the shopping area, and then we're going to go to the spaceport so we can get a spaceship and go into space to play the space game. Just going to do some light commuting. See the departure time, that's handy. You can see the city of New Babbage in the morning time in the distance. The sun will be coming up just over my left shoulder there. The spaceport's just up ahead, kind of looking a little dreary. You can still see some stars, and those will fade away as daytime comes on. So we go through the little customs area, and you can like in the main game you're gonna be able to like smuggle things in. Again, you wouldn't be Star Citizen if you weren't calling an elevator. The switches sometimes act a little weird, but I think I already called it back there. There it is. Another good view of the city over there. Straight ahead here they have commercial flights, so you'll be able to just purchase flights and be a passenger in the future, or you can use your own ship, which is what I'm doing here. I'm gonna pick up a heavy fighter to go up and do this brand new mission that they made for this 3.9 patch. Okay, so going to Hangar 10, you gotta remember that, because once you get to the elevator here, they give you all the possibilities for where your stuff might be. Alright, so Hangar 10. Bam. Alright, here's our hangar, and we lift up out of this. The doors up above open when you leave. The entrance to the ship is in the back here. It has like a little drop-down bay. If you have a bigger ship with one of these drop-down things in the back, you can put vehicles in there, and the vehicles are in the game. There's a couple that are like ATVs. There's rovers. There's some like hover bike type things that are in the game, and you can play and you can put in the back of your spaceship right now. And they work reasonably well. If you don't close that door in the back, people can sneak on board and like execute you as soon as you leave what they call the armistice zone. You can see that little bullet with X through it up in the top right corner. That means you're in armistice. You can't really fire on or shoot anyone. But once you get a certain range away from a lawful area, that goes away and it's full PvP. And then there's that little satellite icon next to the bullet, and that says there's a comm array which helps maintain lawfulness. If you take out the comm array, which you can do, it gets rid of the lawfulness, and you can basically go around. It makes that area a PvP area, free for all. If you look way up on the kind of the bottom left side of my window, you can see a spaceport. That's a Tisa spaceport, which is a major spaceport off of this planet, which is called Microtech. I had to look something up here. I forgot what it was. Oh, decoupled mode, that's right. So I'm flying straight upward, but then I put it in decoupled mode, so I am still going towards space. Even though I'm looking down at the ground, I'm maintaining that momentum. But just to give a view of the ground while I'm still moving towards space, I put it in that decoupled mode, which is kind of cool. You have 6 degrees of freedom. It's not full-on Newtonian physics, but this is a simulation to some degree. We can scope out the mountains. We can also fly down a little bit and take a look at some of that topography. They're still working quite a bit on the cloud tech and what the clouds look like. There's a spaceport down below. They're trying to make the atmospheric flight a little bit more realistic as well. And that kind of square circle with the arrow, that tells me what my forward direction is. and it's kind of stuck to the top of my screen. That means it's my direction that I'm traveling is kind of toward my head. That sun or that star is called Stanton. It's not our sun, it's a sun in a different solar system. Alright, so we can head down into these mountains. So totally seamless between the ground and space. So we'll go down to this mountain here, get kind of close to the ground, and then we'll shoot back up into space just to kind of check out the seamlessness. This terrain is procedurally assisted, meaning that the devs use procedural generation to create it, and then they applied their art assets over the top. You can see that kind of radio tower right there. That's a art asset that I'm sure some artist put there, but the mountains themselves and the snow and all that stuff was kind of procedurally generated. This planet needs a special environmental suit. If you go outside, the armor I'm wearing is not sufficient for because it's too cold. Let's go to space. Again, you can see that spaceport just out of my left window and now into kind of the center window. Off to the left side there. There, I'm pointing at it now. So this is me just checking my my quantum drive, which is kind of like the faster than light, or not, I guess not faster than light, but much faster travel method. Which is different than just normal flight. So I need to get out of atmosphere. Now we can kind of see the stars and whatnot. Now I'll spool up this drive, indicate that I want to go to this Port Tressler, which is what we're aiming at, and go. In the future, they're going to have some devices you can use to kind of trap people when they're trying to jump like that, so they can get stuck in the middle of space, and you could flag them down and fight them and take all their loot. I haven't seen this space station yet, so we're just going to fly in and try to land and check it out. The little green triangle there is another friendly spaceship, or at least my ship designates it as friendly. I don't know what the question marks are for. Those are new. Those might be mission givers, I'm not sure. Alright, pretty soon my landing bay should pop up here.
Landing gear deployed.
Should see a little wrench icon over one of these space pads here. There it is, it just popped up. Yeah, on the other side. So we'll head over there. And I think I'm actually on the underside of the spaceport, so we'll have to flip over. You can see Planet Microtech coming back into view there. Whoop. We'll get right side up, and then we'll go park.
Retracted.
They have a little bit of a new throttle system, and I don't usually use mouse and keyboard for my flight, so it's a little weird to me still. And then you can repair and restock at these landing pads, which is why it kind of has a wrench icon.
Proximity alert.
We'll park there, and then the best landing is if you use the auto land. If you land by yourself, it's still a little wonky.
Landing gear deployed. Automated landing initiated. Contact. Landing complete.
So these are like truck stops. I need to check the key binding for getting out of my seat. Looks like it's Y. So we'll get out. There we go. Oops a daisy. We'll close that up so I don't get any freeloaders getting on my ship to murder me when I leave space or protected space. We're just gonna go over to the edge here, get a good look at Microtech. I haven't really seen it from this vantage point yet, so that's pretty cool. Looks like there's some lakes, frozen lakes down there. Another little vantage point on the station. You can also notice that now that I'm out of my ship, in the bottom left corner, you see my oxygen levels, which, go down. So you gotta be mindful of that. That's fairly new. Oh look, an elevator. They're doing some sort of elevator interface rework in the next patch 4.0. Which should be like 3 months from now. And patches should be quarterly. Alright, so looking around here, this looks like just an elevator bank. Just a bank of elevators. So we're not going to go that way. We'll have to head in through security. This is like a clothing change station. I'm not sure if it's functional, but you can change your clothes and whatnot if you want. So that you don't have to wear your spacesuit everywhere once you're somewhere where you don't need a spacesuit. Looks like a little viewing window, rest area over here. There's some soda machines, and apparently they're going to be introducing some like hunger and thirst mechanics at some point, so you'll have to use those vending machines, but they're saying it shouldn't be too onerous to do that. So we're heading over to what looks like the food court. The restaurant relax. Looks like we got a noodle place. Some fish in there. I'm not sure what this guy's selling. Alright, so a little bit of a jump cut there. Got a DM. So some more kind of food court type shops down here. I think that's just about it here. Looks like the useful stuff is in a separate section of the port. Now to find the good loot. Another little peek at Microtech. Doesn't look like there's much up there. Looks like some storage lockers over here. Alright, looks like this is a place for commercial flight. Commercial passenger flight. And then an armor shop. Here we go. And so you can look at all the armor they have on display. There's environmental suit, and these are light and medium armors of a certain brand. These are just generic flight suits. But they have more in the inventory that you can buy if you use these terminals here. And we'll just go through and look at a couple of things. So undersuits, these are just arms. We'll take a look at the kind of torso main armor pieces. A lot of different colors for each particular set that you want. So medium armor in gold. This is kind of more like lawful kind of look. This is like the Explorer armor that I'm already wearing. It looks like the armors here are fairly generic, nothing particularly cool. This is kind of the shipping area, so if you have like a package that you're delivering for a mission, you drop it off here. You can also buy commodities and sell commodities there, so you can fill your ship full of a variety of things, minerals, anything like that. On unlawful spaceports, you can sell like drugs and contraband and that sort of thing. Just kind of looking for the gun shop here, which I never really found. There's also an ad right there for the Kasaba Mart, which is just regular clothing. And it looks like the Kasaba is over here. And as you can see, it just has clothes. So you can just buy whatever clothes you like, hats, shoes. Empty kind of security area there. Alright, so I'm gonna try to get out of here. I think I've seen everything that I've wanted to see, so we'll come back to the console to get my ship back. But it looks like it's still on the pad. They haven't moved it off or anything yet, so going to pad 2. That looks like another player. He's wearing an environment suit. Alright, there's my ship. Still looks warm.
We're sorry. You've exceeded the allotted time to depart. You will have to return your ship.
Sounds like they want to storm my ship, but I'm gonna get out of here before they do that. Alright.
Launch complete.
Let's see if they have that new mission available for me.
Landing gear.
I'm going straight up here.
Proximity.
Yeah, running into stuff is kind of the new meta right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And maybe one more time I'm going to just go ahead and run into something.
Alert.
There we go. Alright. Alright, so we're going to check the contracts here. And then here's the mission I need to rescue some convicts from a prison ship that are being transported. The ship is kind of on the other side of the planet there. And I can't jump directly to it, so I'm going to jump to one of the orbital markers. This one here, this is OM. These are scattered around planets to help you kind of quickly traverse around planets. So we head out to orbital marker 1, and that should give us a clear view to our mission, which is right there, 3,600 kilometers. UI's a little bugged out, so we'll just mess with it a little bit and see how we do. Try again. Nope. Alright, so a little workaround that's worked for me in the past is use this map that helps plot out kind of more complicated routes. We'll just kind of use that to make a simple route, and that might help us. There we go.
Quantum travel initiated.
Nice, so we're 10 kilometers out. So there should be some armed ships protecting it. I think this is supposed to be a group mission, so these ships are really hard to kill. I don't really end up killing them. I just kind of sneak onto the transporter. Let's see here. You can see the incoming fire from the ship and the 2 lead pips that you need to fire at in order to hit the ship because of the velocity. The diamond pip is for my gun here, which is on a gimbal, and then the circle pip is for my kind of fixed nose guns. So I need to get the cross actually on the circle if I want to be able to hit correctly. So we're just gonna use our chain gun here for a bit. I'm not really ever able to get the armor down low enough, and I'm not sure what's going on with that. This ship should be able to injure that ship without too much difficulty, but I think for this mission they've just buffed the ship quite a bit to make it more of like a group kind of mission. So I never really end up injuring this guy. You can see the 2 like red slices of pizza that are flashing. That says that there's 2 missiles coming for me and that they're electromagnetic radiation. I think that's a bug. I think those missiles may have already passed me. You've got some defensive countermeasures, some flares and chaff, and I think for these ones you can use your chaff to good effect. Kind of the red circle that you see drawn around my target is me getting a missile lock. I'm going to try to do that again here. There we go. So that's a missile lock. And you should be able to fire missiles. I just did not remember what the hotkey was to actually fire missiles in that situation. So right now I've approached the prison ship. I'm taking some fire, but I don't think they can get through my shields either. So I am just going to kind of sneak over and get to the entrance and see if I can fly out of my ship toward the prison ship. The door is open right there, so I'm just going to go out the back and see how I do.
Shield. Fire. Landing gear deployed.
Alright, so kind of got disoriented, not really sure what happened there. The prison ship is actually a ways away, but I can just use the thrusters on my spacesuit to get over there. Let's head over there, pull out my SMG so I'm ready, because I saw that guard in the doorway. They're going to be working on some FPS improvements, particularly the death animations, which I think you'll see are not yet optimized. Alright, so this is the caterpillar ship. I own this one. It's used for transporting stuff and is generally built as like a pirate transporter, like something a pirate would use, but this is actually a prison ship that I guess this company uses for prisoners. These are prisoners in their little cryopods. They're frozen. The idea of the mission is I'm supposed to thaw out some of these guys. I noticed they're numbered, but I don't see their names. And you can see that guy I killed is in a T-pose, and these are the prisoners that I'm supposed to thaw out, and maybe even kill one of them. So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to convert these numbers to names. But I'm guessing there might be some clues further on in the mission. So there I died. So I was doing something criminal. When I died, I had a pretty high crime stat. So if that happens, you get sent to prison. If you get killed enough times or in a bad enough manner, then there is permadeath. But in this case, I'm arrested and I go to prison. So here is the new prisons, which is new as of this patch.
Hello and welcome. You have been placed in a Klesher rehabilitation facility for violation of local law. So you're interested in our work release program? It's pretty simple, lots of fun, and teaches you a valuable skill. Retrieve a multi-tool from the commissary unit and proceed into one of the authorized mining tunnels. Look for any potentially valuable minerals and harvest them with the multi-tool. Deposit them in one of the mineral hoppers, and you'll be issued a time reduction chit based on the total value of the deposit. Mineral prices are static and set by Klesher rehabilitation facilities and do not reflect real-world prices.
Alright, so here's the prison. And that's a dead end. Little terminals here say how much time you got. I think this one's bugged out. When I come back to the terminal, it actually, I think, shows me the correct information. Alright, so I came back again after a little glitch, and so this shows my true time here. So 7.5 hours, and I believe this is real time for the crimes that I committed. So I think you can bust that down to about 40 minutes if you do the mining quest. And they also have a way of going through these mines and escaping. And so I guess I'll have to learn that escape route. But you can escape from the prison as well. If you get caught escaping, it lengthens your sentence. So the safest way to kind of do it is to mine for minerals. Material's a little buggy, huh? That goes nowhere. Also nowhere. Looks like some commissary vending machines.
Keep an eye on your oxygen levels.
And then the mines. And so I understand one of the issues with the mines is they're low oxygen and low gravity. And it's difficult to escape because you're somewhat limited by your oxygen levels. There's some oxygen fill-up machines, I guess, down here that you can use to refill your oxygen. And I died. Alright, so looks like I come back in my own cell. And we will do that again. Alright, so we made it down the stairs this time. And this is the mine. And so I've been led to believe there are mineable rocks down here that you can mine to increase your stay. Low gravity, so the jumping you can see is longer and slower. Looks like there's a boxing ring down here. It's also very gummy, I guess, feeling when you try to use your WASD to walk around. I'm just looking for my multi-tool here to do a little bit of mining, maybe. Alright, so we'll equip that, and there we go, mining tool. There is fighting mechanics, which is what I think that's about, as you can use the melee kind of boxing and that sort of thing to do something in that ring. I don't know exactly what. Looks like this tunnel is blocked off, so that's not the escape route. Oh, this guy wants to fight me. I think he hit me there, but I'm gonna get out of here because I'm not sure exactly how to deal with that yet. And I want to try this mining and escape route situation. So here's another tunnel. Go down this way. Looks like also a dead end. I think that was the guy that was chasing me. I think that's actually a PC. Alright, number 2. And so basically I wander around these tunnels for the rest of this video. Not really a whole heck of a lot more to add after this, so I'll just cut the video off here. and that's a look at Star Citizen 3.9 as of today. Star Citizen has a bunch more features. I just wanted to go through kind of some of the newer stuff that just came online recently, and also to kind of show what the current state of the game looks like. I never did find any rocks that I think I could mine. I don't know if they're in yet.